Why are you staring at us like that, huh? I know we're cute, but we're good girls, and we don't know any rumors, and we don't spread the ones we know. Yeah, we're good. No matter how much money you give us, we won't tell you anything. Nope, nothing. That's right, not even for 2 rupees. Wow, your price is pretty low if that's what you're asking for. Sure, 2 rupees and no skin off my back. Oh really, you're going to give us rupees? Yippee! We each get 1 whole rupee. Huh, we're still not going to tell you anything, not even a teensy tiny rumor. Yo, we would never tell you about how every night all the grown-ups meet up in that one house and shout, bid, 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 till they're hoarse. They say it's an auction or something. They must really want those peas of art or the whatchamacallit useful sale. Why did they bring that up? That is unfortunately something we can't actually do right now. Hello, Kukomi here, and welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Last time, we did stuff around Windfall because I forgot we had more stuff to do, and today, we are finally free from Windfall. We can escape this horrid place. Don't worry, we're gonna have to come back here later. After all, we can get stuff like a useful sale and an art of peas or whatever. Wow, I just realized what that was referencing, so yes, now we can finally set sail. You can see the arrow that points in the wind direction. If you hold ZR, you just move. And if you've never played the GameCube version of Wind Waker and you decide to play the Wii U version, oh yeah, press A. So you should feel really blessed if you've never played the GameCube version, but you decide to play the Wii U version. Not to say it's a bad game, I definitely recommend playing it, but more cruising, where you just hold ZR and you see this sort of light circle and hear something. You can't do anything with that yet. This was so much slower in the GameCube version. It was ridiculous. Like, oh god. But you can cruise a lot faster in this game, and it makes actually going without a sail bearable. Not only that, but in order to use the sail, you had to map it to an item button, which was either X, Y, or Z in, on the GameCube controller. And yeah, so that constantly took up one of your item slots. What I actually did is I always had the sail mapped to Z, so that whenever I went to my boat, I just press Z. I am so glad they just made it, you don't have to equip it, you just have to press A whenever you get in your boat. That is so nice that it's not an actual item you have to use. So we can see our destination's right up there, but let's take a little stop. Also, if my rupee count seems higher, it's because I went around and got some rupees during the episode, or between episodes. But let's come here. This is, well, if I may, I want to introduce you guys to a new mechanic, if I can find it. Yes, I have to find the mechanic. You can see there's a tingle bottle wash ashore there. Where is... This might actually take a moment. But you see if we pull up the map, and there's some Miiverse stuff I found. By the way, this is the last day before Miiverse is going down. That makes me sad. But you can see if we pull this up, we don't actually have a name for this island. Well, how are we supposed to get the name for the island? Well, if this guy would actually come on cue, maybe he doesn't appear yet? There will be there will be a fish going around in the water. This is what you want bait for. When you see this fish, give it bait, and it'll mark this new island spot. If you're having trouble finding it, you can just stop and just look around. Look for splashes in the water, like something jumping in and out. And that is probably it. I don't actually see it. I see seagulls. And no, it's not that ship. No, I don't see it. Weird. Oh well. Well, this is Paw Print Isle. That's the name of it. That's the official name of this island. That is actually one of the few official island names I know off the top of my head that aren't ones you have to visit for the story. Let's see what the sign has to say. If I can. Link. Reading a sign is not tough. To reach Dragon Roost Island, head east from here. It's like the game saying, hey idiot, go that way. But we want to make a quick stop from here, because this looks like a normal island, I guess. It's shaped like a paw print. I think it's awesome, because I love dogs. But you see this oddly placed piece of grass. It looks like there's something behind it, right? Ta-da! So why don't we just head inside? And we get to the interiors. I always thought this rock looked really weird. I don't get what it was supposed to be designed after, but it's got like this weird gradient, whatever this thing surrounding the rock is supposed to be. And sorry if my camera messes up because I'm used to inverted vertical axis, and it doesn't let you do that in this game unless you're in first person mode, which really bugs me. So up is actually up and down is actually down, and that bugs me. It just isn't right, you know? Let's see our tingle bottle really quick before we continue. You can see you just get some really funny pictures. I'll save this pictograph. But yeah, I'm gonna miss Miiverse when it goes. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do everything in here, but there is something we can do. Normally, I wouldn't bother even coming here, but here we have a new enemy. These are red choo-choos. They die in a hit. They're really weak. Like, and when they're about to attack, you'll get a prompt. Link will do like a cool jump over them. In fact, we'll have a text box annoy us because we got a new item, a red choo jelly. The guy at the potion shop was mentioning these. They contain the essence of... Ow. You can't be holding your shield in order to get the prompt, but yes, Link will do this cool flip. And yeah, red choo-choos are used for potions, which we'll get into later. We can't do anything with it right now because we need an empty bottle. We don't have that. So we can just cut this grass. I believe this way? Yeah, this way is blocked off right now. We can't enter it. We'll be back here eventually, see what's in there. But the reason I wanted to stop by here is if you keep going through where you can go, you get more choo-choos. And there we go. And yeah, you have to actually be really careful on hero mode because, oh, that's something we haven't gone over yet. So occasionally enemies will drop this sort of sphere thing, sphere, and when you hit it, a bunch of goodies will come out. Hearts can come out too if you're playing the normal mode, but I'm a pro at this game. Totally, that's why I took damage against a red choo-choo. Well, let's see what's in this chest. What was so worth coming all this way for? So with that, we get our 4th piece of heart, and now we have 4 hearts before we enter the first dungeon. When I learned this was even possible, because normally in every Zelda game you always enter the first dungeon with 3 hearts, unless it's Skyward Sword, because, you know, you start with 6 hearts in that game. Because why not? I always thought that was weird. Like, I get it was supposed to be to help with the learning curve of motion, but I don't feel like you needed that extra amount of hearts. Oh well, that's just me. Apparently I had a lot less trouble with the motion controls than a lot of people did. But yeah, just the idea of having more than 3 hearts going into your first dungeon is such a weird thing, and I know that's kind of normal now by Breath of the Wild, because dear God, you probably have like 8 hearts by the time you go for your first Divine Beast, unless you just go straight for them. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird, it's not right, okay? Having 4 hearts before the first dungeon, it's like you've already passed your first trial before you even go. I think it's possible in Minish Cap to do that before your first dungeon. But we sort of ignored these guys, or let's see what they have. Let's see what they are. Or what they are. I'm acting like they're foreign entities, like, what are these horrid beasts? Yeah. Mighty fine boat that you got there, bub. You must be searching for treasure on the seafloor too, aren't you? Ha ha ha. You won't get any from us, bub. Not likely. Let me ask you something real quick. Who wanders around on a fishless sea? I'll tell you who, bub. Only pirates, monsters, and treasure hunters like ourselves. And maybe some other things that I've never heard of. You know, with all the weak island dwellers who never leave their shores, I'm amazed to see such a tiny little guy out here. I like your style, Bob. I feel like I've known you my whole life. Whoa there. So hey, Bob, I'll tell you what. As one treasure hunter to another, I'll give you this. You'll definitely be needing it if you want to haul up treasure. Come on, take it. I won't take no for an answer. I also won't take nay, nope, or nar. Just grab it. We get a treasure chart. All you have to do is talk to this guy, and that's it. And then, yeah, he tells you, this is basically a tutorial about how to use treasure maps. But here's the thing, we can't get it until, well, yeah. You can see we need an item called a grappling hook, and oh, I spoke over their goodbye. I love how they say stuff in sync. Let's grab this tinkle bottle and see what's in it. What do you mean there's a kraken behind me? Yep. But don't you know krakens were taken out of Splatoon 2? Yeah, okay, that was kind of a bad joke. That was a really bad joke. So ignoring that, I don't see this often, but when you're actually sailing the Dragon Roost, these barrels will come up with rupees over them, and if you jump over the barrel, you'll get the rupee. If you hit the barrel, it'll push it underwater and you won't lose the rupee. Like so. Just to demonstrate really quick. Oh, never mind, you don't lose it. I thought you did. But now we get to one of my favorite things to do in this game. It's always the simple things. Throughout the Great Sea, there's just these random platforms. If we climb up it, which can take a little bit. Yes, my favorite thing in this game is climbing a ladder. But then again, we know ladders are my mortal enemy in this game. But you could just come up here, walk up to these guys. Surprise! Oh wait, you were supposed to fall off the edge. You just come up here and just watch the... What are you going to do about it, bud? I love just coming up to these platforms. It makes me feel like I'm like an adventurer or pirate, and I'm just raiding random stuff. And I just love that you can do that. You can get little goodies from this once we get items that actually require like ammo, like say a bow. You'll be able to get ammo refills from here. And of course, if you are not playing on hero mode, you can get hearts. What do you know? And what's in the chest? And we get a red rupee. Sometimes you get random materials, like you can get joy pendants from these, which you can also get from bokoblins. But I just love being able to come up these small platforms and take on these guys. And Breath of the Wild sort of had a return to that with the random enemy camps, which I really appreciate. But just the fact that you're doing it on the sea, sailing around, and just surprising these guys, it gives like really big adventure feel. Something I don't think any other Zelda game really hits. Really hits the nail. I forgot my sayings for a second. And honestly, it's not so exciting when you do this because I like being high up above the ocean. I don't know. It sounds petty, but it's just, yeah. Well, we'll just continue to plunder these. So yeah, these will just be scattered around the Great Sea. It gives you more to do than just sail. I understand if a lot of people say like the Great Sea is so empty and barren, but honestly, like, you don't need to do something in every inch of the world. I like the Great Sea, and I think it's really neat that you have these random little platforms and, yeah, just like sea watchtowers, platforms, rafts that you can just sort of jump on and raid. It gives a big adventure feel. The music helps a lot too with this. It's just been sort of playing in the background. The music for the Great Sea is amazing. God, I love the music so much for this game. There, on the horizon. I think that's a little closer than the horizon. Just saying. There, that is our destination, Link. Dragon Roost Island. High atop this island's peak lives the spirit of the skies, a great dragon by the name Valoo. You must go see this dragon, request from him a jewel called Din's Pearl. Ask the people of the Rito tribe who inhabit this how to see the dragon. Oh, I almost forgot. Wait just a moment. This was the Windway, a baton of sorts that was used long ago when the people played music and prayer to the gods. In those days, simply using it allowed one to borrow the power of the gods, but I do not know if it still works. Even so, I thought it might be of some use to you. Perhaps you should try using it. And with that, he'll teach us how to do this. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that you have to do this, but yes, you can essentially change how many notes you play in a single sort of beat. I'm not too familiar with music terms, so I'm sorry if for all of you people, but you can see you can go to 6x4 time, 3x4, and 4x4, and then, oh, whoops, messed up. And if you mess up, you can just let go of the left stick, or if you're playing on 3, you can just change it like that, and that'll let you reset. The really nice thing about this compared to the GameCube version of Wind Waker is that it would always play no matter what. And so, like, play up, you can see that we had, like, so there's 5 notes essentially. And yes, I'm explaining stuff, King of the Red Lions. So in the GameCube version, it would always start playing without you, so you'd always see, like, so what I'd have to do is I'd always have to have, so it would essentially, you'd notice it didn't start playing until you actually started moving the baton. In the GameCube version, it would just start going without you, and it'd just start playing the neutral notes. So I always usually had to just let it go around one cycle, or do the whole shift times and reset the count. But yeah, you can see it. Yeah, like the center note. So if it would start like playing like this, and then I would just let it go 3 times, and then do this, and or I would just it would start doing that. What's nice is you can sort of change the volume of it by holding up and down. It has no actual effect. But yeah. And there are no songs we actually know right now, so we're just going to do this. I like how his eyes are falling, like, oh, it's so magical. The other really nice quality of life upgrade from the GameCube version is this is now mapped to your D-pad. Before, just like the sail, this was an item you had to equip to one of your buttons. So whenever you need to use the Wind Waker, we don't have any use for it right now, but trust me when I say later. Oh, and hi, Beetles. We don't have any reason to visit you right now, so we won't. Oh yeah, and there's rupees in this shallow pond if you want to grab them. But yeah, later when we are going to have we're going to have points where we'll just need to take the Wind Waker out, play something, do a little bit, then take it out again and play it. And it's really nice that it's mapped to a different button that we never have to change. It's just always there now, and we don't have to sacrifice any item slots for it. That's really appreciated. There were some nice, really nice quality of life upgrades in the HD version, which is why I recommend if you ever want to play Wind Waker, play the HD version. I think there's one thing I recommend the GameCube version over the HD version, aside from the controller, because the GameCube controller is really nice. But hey, with HD you get motion controls, except not me because I'm using a Pro controller so I can show the pause menu. So yeah. Why don't we read this sign? Danger, do not attack the explosive fruit. You can't tell me what to do. I do what I want. Oh, this was a bad idea. Yeah, okay, I knew that would happen, just in case you were wondering. Yes, these are bomb flowers. You pick them up and then they're on a timer, and it just rebounded. If I didn't walk away, I would have been hit by that. Okay, well, we're gonna try this again. You can see it's on a timer. Just you can drop it with ZR or throw it with A. And you can just wait for it to come back up. If only we had a bag to carry these. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, just don't, like, dilly-dally with it. And don't try and go too far. So, like, don't take a bomb flower there and try to go all the way up. So don't try and, like, take a bomb flower from over there and then try to climb all the way up to that rock, because it's just not going to work. Like, it's just not going to work. And do remember, in other Zelda games, in order to throw, you had to be moving and press A, versus just to set things down, you just had to be standing still and press A. While in this game, throw was always mapped to A, and, oh, I know what this is. Oh, I messed up, because we won't be able to do anything with that. It's going to say to look up. I think it's just an arrow pointing up. Yep, it's just an arrow pointing up. You see all that text, and it's just an arrow. And if we could somehow hit that bomb, we'd be able to blow that up. We can't, unfortunately. We'll have to remember that for later. But yeah, with previous Zelda games, if you threw the bomb, or no, yeah, if you were walking and pressed A, you threw it. If you were standing still and hold A, you just dropped it. I can't tell you how many times in this game I've literally picked up the bomb like, okay, I'm gonna set it here. I meant to set it. And of course, it's usually in front of a wall, so it'll just rebound behind me. I believe this will say, like, the bridge is out of construction. Hey, it's like a... Oh, never mind, it's just a mail center. Oh boy, the mail's this way? This isn't the mail. I guess you could say I've hit rock bottom. That was pretty bad. I'm going to stop now. I remember seeing a tingle bottle when we first came here. There we go. Let's see what this tingle bottle... Everything's great, Grandma. Yep, nothing wrong here. No Krakens here whatsoever. Ah, Miiverse, I will miss you. I've seen some great stuff from Miiverse. There's one really good use of Miiverse, but I don't think we'll get to that point in the game by the time Miiverse is shut down, which is a shame. Because as of recording this, it's November 6th. Miiverse gets shut down on November 7th. I don't know when on November 7th, I just know it's on November 7th. And as much as I'd love to just sit down and record all day, I also have homework to do because I am a college student. And now we have to sidle along. I do have to say, as much as interesting an idea as I think sidling or siddling or however you say it is, it's kind of annoying that, it's kind of annoying that you have to do it because it felt kind of unnecessary right there. See? I was just complaining about doing that, and there I just did it. I meant to set it down. I mean, if you really want to, I guess you could, like, hold out your shield. Oh, wait, you know, you can't just... No, you should be able to hold out your shield. Yeah, you can just hold out your shield in this game. Link? Link, is that you? It is! I'm impressed to see you're okay. I must say, you've traveled far for one with no wings. And your sister, is she... Is that so? Well, don't worry too much. I'm sure she'll hang in there. I have an idea, Link. Would you like to meet our chieftain? I've told my people here about you, and all of us Rito are very concerned. I'm certain the chieftain will befriend you and lend you the aid of our... Airy? I don't know how to say that. It's settled then. I'll fly on ahead and let everyone know you're coming. He's going to fly on ahead. Okay. Look. I get you can fly and all. I'd honestly love to be like of the Rito tribe and be able to fly around. But why fly when you can literally just walk a few feet into this building? It's like right here. Okay, well, because like I feel like walking takes less effort than flapping your wings and gaining height. Like, yeah, you can fly, and it's probably really convenient, but it probably takes more energy and effort when you can literally just walk in here. I'm complaining about nothing. Let's go. Well, have you discovered the cause of the great Valu's anger? Ah, so you are Link, are you? Quill has told me all about you. A troubling tale indeed. I insist that you let us know if there is anything we can do to help you. We shall do everything in our power to assist you. However, in the meantime, we have a problem of our own to deal with. When you arrived on the island, did you notice the raging dragon perched atop the mountain? As you can see, we of the Rito tribe are profoundly connected to the sky. We make our livings on the airways. We do so by the graces of the sky spirit, Valu. When a Rito reaches adulthood, he or she journeys to the top of Dragon Roost, and to receive a scale from the great dragon. It is a scale that enables the Rito to grow his or her wings. Recently, however, the once gentle Valu has grown violent and unpredictable. Sadly, we can no longer approach him. If this continues, the fledglings who are of age will never receive scales from Valoo on Dragon Roost. They will remain wingless, and in time our very way of life will be threatened. As chieftain of the Rito, my first responsibility is to solve this problem. My apologies, but I must ask you to wait for our assistance until this is done. Will you do so? Chieftain, what do you think of consulting Link with regards to your son, Prince Komali? As you can see, Link is a gallant young lad. I feel certain that Prince Komali would open his heart to him and speak freely of his fears and worries. That may be. Let me be direct. My son, Komali, is of the age to earn his wings. Yet, he is weak in some ways, and in light of the current situation, he may just give up on ever getting them. What say you? Will you share some of your courage with my son? Will you meet with my son? I thank you. We shall do our best to solve our problem as quickly as possible, so that we may better help you with yours. I have something I wish for you to give to my son. A young girl named Medley is holding it for me. Would you find her and take it? I'm counting on you. Here, Link, take this with you. Who knows, it might come in handy. With that, we get a delivery bag, and now we can carry letters! I do have to say, I love the design of the bag. It's just kind of funny that we need a bag to carry letters. I mean, I guess, to be fair, yes, realistically, and he's telling us where we can find Medley. But yes, realistically, you would want a bag to carry letters, but like, this guy can fit bows, bombs, hook shots, hammers into his pockets. He doesn't need a bag for letters. Just saying. But it does organize it all into one neat spot if I can... Controller, please. Why is it not letting me... Okay, geez, that's what. Okay, that was weird. It wasn't actually I wasn't showing the cursor at the top. But yeah. So you can see these three items, you can sort of see they're sort of outlined. These are the bags that sort of just organize stuff. So we have the spoils bag, which we got from Nico. We keep any treasure such as joy pendants or choo-choos in here. Or choo jellies, excuse me. I do have a story to tell about that, but I'll tell that next episode, because we're about at the end of this episode. We have our bait bag, and now we have our delivery bag. So, with that, next time on Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, we'll meet up with this Medley and see what the chieftain wanted us to give his son. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.